This is FIROS 6, a new addition to my Italian line. It comes in at 7.7, and I got this vehicle as a trade from a coupon that I received recently. In a couple of weeks ago when we had the nuclear suitcases, I was able to open one of them and I received a coupon which I was able to sell and obtain this vehicle. So let's take a quick look at this thing. Obviously it looks like an R6. It's equipped with this rocket pod on top that fires these missiles. It fires a heat round, which travels at 515, has 250 millimeters of penetration, really high values of TNT. But the penetration is not the greatest. 250 millimeters is okay on some tanks, and not okay on others. For example, a mouse will take a shot no problem, even from a side, and this thing will not penetrate. So you are very limited in terms of what you can pen. This rocket pod, I don't know what else to call it, but this main gun, this main weapon system has a huge disadvantage. It's very, very slow when it turns. The turret rotation speed is absolutely horrendous on this vehicle, which makes it very difficult to really engage any target. In close quarters, if you think that you can attack and play this thing like a tank or like an R6, you would be gravely mistaken, because this vehicle does not work that way, even though it looks like it can. And my first thoughts when I saw this vehicle was that you can quickly rush cap points, maybe you can flank, you could, cause some havoc really quickly in the game, but this vehicle is not like that at all, in my experience and in my judgment. This vehicle is a type of vehicle that requires you to stay away from battles. It wants you to stay away from everybody else and just kind of hide yourself and find a point where you can peek. Maybe you can capture a point by using your speed, because this thing is pretty quick. But to engage a target, that's where you need to be behind cover, a little bit of a distance, and hopefully you have a friend with you, because they're the ones that are going to be doing the fighting. You're just going to be kind of an extra, like an assist person, right? You're going to just be basically helping them out rather than being the main character in the fight. That's just the way it works. So in terms of speed, this thing can go pretty quick. Let's take a quick look here. We have 100 kilometers an hour, very fast, and has vertical guidance -5, which is not much. But because these missiles are so slow, they're so heavy, that the way that the missiles come out, they hit the ground very, very close. So you don't really need more depression on this thing, because the rounds have depression already automatically provided to you. So you can keep a distance, and you can fire shots over objects, you can fire shots over hills, you can kind of almost be like an artillery system, more than a rocket system. It's an interesting vehicle. It's very unique. It looks very interesting and rare, and it's an event vehicle that came out a little while ago, Rocket Storm. And I wanted to keep it because it's something different, it's something new, and you don't really see too much of the same stuff like this, especially at 7.7. But as a vehicle itself, is it good? I would definitely say no. It's just an interesting vehicle to keep in your line if you want to bring it out once in a while and just kind of have a bit of a rare experience. But in terms of functionality in the game, this is a very below average vehicle. It's very difficult to use. It's not a competitive machine in any way. Like, you just want to be playing a passive game, play something new that you haven't played for a while, but that's about it. Effect-wise, this is not very good. But regardless, let's dive in. Let's take a look at a few good games that I've had, and some of them sometimes turn out pretty interesting, given the operation of the rockets, the way that they fall down to the ground. So you kind of have to learn to aim this thing, which is not always easy. Let's jump in. That's what this thing is really good for, is just trying to cap points really quickly, because you have the speed and you can beat the enemy team. But everything after this point is a very delicate balance between hiding and trying to pick up enemies who are unaware of you. So let's see how we do in here. T-44. Okay, he went down. Just in time. Oh, I see somebody else. Oh, direct hit. So I feel like a map like this would be kind of ideal for a vehicle like this, because you have lots of areas to hide. You can stay hidden kind of below ground, and you can still kind of monitor what's around you. Where's that T-44? Oh, he's dead already. Okay. So I'm just gonna take a peek here. Oh, look what we have here. We have Jagdtiger. And something else, actually. Nice side shots. That's kind of perfect. And a tiger. Okay, got the barrel. Got another barrel. Got the Jagdtiger. And tiger is down. So that was actually a very successful attack from an area that they really couldn't do anything to me. So yeah, I'm gonna try to go to A now, see if I can cap that. So, in my opinion, this is kind of how you play this vehicle, is that you cap zones, you stay hidden, you try not to be seen, and then you move around and cap the zones, and maybe once in a while be able to kill something that's available. But to try to play it like an R6, flanking around, shooting stuff off, it's not a vehicle like that, so. This map has a lot of trenches, has a lot of uneven areas, and having really good low shooting missiles, it really helps. Another side shot on the E6. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, this is an E4. That's a heavy boy. That was kind of a lucky find for me. Lucky positioning. But I'll take it. Getting one kill with this vehicle is already an accomplishment. Oh, we have another one. Oh, that's a mouse. Too high. Yeah, except tracks, maybe a barrel. That's really all you can do, but especially from up front like this, I'm not going to be able to pen anything. Even though this vehicle is a 7.7, it really can't do anything at this point. Not to mouse. Even though it looks like Heat FS, kind of around, it's not that strong. It's only 250 millimeters of penetration, so a mouse will easily take these shots. Tracks. That's all I can hope for. Somebody else coming. I'm 109. You shouldn't have done that, man. It's nice that Mouse is very slow and he can just kind of take those shots, but they're not doing anything for me. The only thing I can get is an assist, and that's all I really can hope for. Okay, we have something over here. Oh my, this is a perfect shot. Wow, I really did not expect to actually even hit anything. But because it has such a heavy round, it can actually just bend itself as you fire it and go beyond physical barriers, and that was a perfect example of that. There's something over here, but it's on the move. It's hard to really gauge the distance. And I was hitting the ground and I wasn't able to actually capitalize on that. Oh, we have somebody over there. Never mind. Okay, somebody's over here. Okay, they fired. Let's get in. Perfect. Kappa zone. Okay, I got the loader. Okay, got the assist. That was a T10. Big guy. Okay, we have a tow truck here helping us repair. Thank you very much, sir. Back in action. Somebody else is over here. I gave it a try, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit it. That's actually a very positive thing, that the rounds are so heavy, is that you are able to kind of basically just lob the shots over over areas and barriers and covers. So if you know exactly where the enemy position is, you can actually kind of gauge exactly kind of where to shoot. So that's actually a very positive thing about these shots. But because they are so slow, like the rocket pod itself is so slow, that you really can't be rushing areas. You can't be going up close and personal unless the person doesn't expect you. You can kind of try to do a sneak attack if you want, but it's very, very hard to do. Okay. Vickers is down. Somebody's coming over here. T-54. 62. Okay, I got him, but that was a very close one. Oh, I see a Gepard. There's a Gepard here. Nice shots. Got him.
Bersaglio colpito.
Attention to the designated grid zone. Hit grid square. Attention to the designated grid square.
They're looking for me.
Designated grid square.
Bersaglio colpito.
Oh, he moved.
Siamo stati colpiti.
Ow. I'm gonna use my speed here and try to cap C with my friend here. And that's one positive thing about this vehicle, is that it can go up to speed pretty quick. So you can move around the map pretty fast. Everything else is a very precise calculation. Okay, I see somebody coming in. Somebody's coming in. BMP1.
Bersaglio
Nice.
colpito.
I'm glad that he came out and he wasn't trying to hide behind the cover, which would have made it very difficult for me. But luckily he came out and I was able to get a kill. Oh, he missed. And he's coming out. Okay, ow. Mouse.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
I'm still trying to research this thing. It still doesn't have all the upgrades yet, but I'm pretty close. Okay, I don't have a machine gun. I can't remove all this visual obstruction in front of me. So I kind of have to sit and wait until these guys come into my view. Looks like a leopard coming in.
Bersaglio colpito.
No, it's DF-105.
Carro armato. A ore 1.
That's a lot of them I've been seeing in this video.
Ahead of the enemy.
Oh, he's right there.
Marcia indietro.
I don't know if he saw me or not. I guess that answers the question. Why am I not hitting anything? You kind of have to use the lower in identification for the distances. 200 is so far down below the normal point where you would normally shoot from. That's why it's kind of awkward.
Se movente antiaereo. A ore 2.
So you kind of have to lift the nose, and then that becomes your 0 point. And the first one it starts with is 200. So it's you kind of have to see where 100 falls under.
Enemy forces have captured
It's kind of weird, but I'm getting better at it. Not that I really want to get good at this vehicle because it's so bad. But for the sake of trying, that's what I'll try to do. Our team seems to be in control of C, so might as well try to make it over to B, if we can make it across. There's 2 tanks on B. I'm gonna try and pick them up. Oh. Okay, he's down. Let's see what these guys are at. There he is. That's one. One of the guys. Oh, he's not even looking my way. That's perfect. Where's the second guy? Another DF-105. You see what I'm saying? Very good vehicle, by the way. I should make a video on that. And he's 3. He's down as well. Somebody's over here. Oh, he's on his way. Oh, it's a weasel. Yeah, nothing I can do. So that's FIROS 6. The Italian light tank with a rocket pod on top. As you can see, it can have its moments, but you need the right map, you need the right conditions, and you need to have a team that can kind of do most of the heavy lifting, because you are not going to be the top star in your team with this machine. Very lightweight, easy to kill, very hard to aim, very slow rotation speed. All of these items make this vehicle very mediocre. It's below average. I would give this vehicle a 3 out of 10. That's how poorly it can perform. But if you play it right in the right conditions, surely you can do a lot of things, but it's not going to be a consistent performance. It's just once in a while you have a good game, but most of the time you're going to be useless. So that's FIROS 6 for tonight. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Have a good one.